celebration. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the visiting team and the Dallas Cowboys. Thank you all so much for finding time in your Thanksgiving holiday to join us. Brock Heward and Kate Scott here with you. And Brock, it's an annual tradition. We have a game in Detroit and a game in Dallas every year on this day. It's part of the old John Madden Thanksgiving celebration.
Yeah, and you can just feel John, right? I just feel him as I got these headsets on and getting a chance and the privilege to call this game. It's become a part of people's celebration of the holiday every year. And I wish for every player in the league they'd got a chance at least once to play in a Thanksgiving Day game, because there really is a unique feel to it. You feel it in the building right now that you really don't get.
Alrighty, we've got a loose football. And the fumble recovery is made. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Jaguars go up 6-0 here in the first.
Well, Kate, I think we can take everything we thought about this game and toss it out the window right now. Things have changed thanks to one massive play. And our first snap from scrimmage, well, it's going to come with one team at a deficit.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Returning from the 18-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And leading the way is their fourth-year QB.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind the next time the ball comes his way.
Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3-and-out, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by one of the team's youngest and brightest in his first season out of UCLA.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it until you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Going to the ground again on first. And gets a few on the plunge forward. As we get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Go! Gravity Lions!
Another carry for him. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's a toss running left. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
19, charge.
Blown back in the backfield, and they... Give it to him. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cowboys and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Here's Jaggoufs to begin the drive. They'll cobble together a yard there. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Dive play straight ahead. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. When you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Third and long for him here. Good strike downfield to Lane. He does it. Touchdown. The Jaguars take a 20-zip lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. The return starts at the 18. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So Coach Brian Schottenheimer sending his Cowboys offense back to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
A little screen pass for Jaggoufs. Now a small gain up to about the 32. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
I'll throw it. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Jaguars take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead. These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And they take this in for the score. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Short kick gathered in at the 15. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. This defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
6 yards. Brings up 3rd and 16.
They're going to try and throw it here. He's in trouble and gets blocked out again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At the 49-yard line.
This, our last play of the quarter.
Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. We're 1 quarter closer to some turkey as we reach the end of one on Thanksgiving. It's an early runaway. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. It was a dive up the middle. Works his way to the 35. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jaguars blowing them out now, 34-zip.
Okay, you know what a run like that does? For everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense, it just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars continue piling onto this lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Returning it from the 16. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a 1st down off this defense just yet. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw here. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Now That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Go play action on first down. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. To the air on third and long. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a fourth down. So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
The Jaguars and this running back headed back out for a new series. Here's first and 10 from the 47. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Along this sideline inside the 25. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Steady.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
The line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the Cowboys' 7-yard line.
Let's go.
They're throwing it. Vacates quickly left side. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jaguars continue dominating in our opening half.
Pretty cool moment. That is the first rushing score of his young career. Look, I'm not going to say it's the first of many. We just don't know in this league. But I do know that's a confidence builder for this entire offense when your quarterback can score using his legs as well.
On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars tack on 7 more to their lead. Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Returning from the 18-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys offense headed out there. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Pistol formation here first as they come to the line. They'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. Yeah. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, Well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Sticking to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be second down. He's going to throw it again. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
They'll throw, third and long. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. Brought in inside the 20. This gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got first and 10 inside the red zone.
First down.
From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up second down. They are throwing it again. This one's caught. Jets pick it up. Has room down the left sideline. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Jaguars grow their lead off the turnover. They come up with a stand in the red zone, Brock, and that defense, you could just tell, they were on a mission, not just to force that fumble, but to do even more damage on that turnover.
I think we can hear the coaches up here in the booth scoop and score. I think you can read the lips of the players on the sideline scoop and score. There was no thought to just fall on that one. It hit the deck, and everybody's eyes looked all the way down the field at the other end zone, and they worked in unison to set up a massive, massive scoop and score touchdown.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. The return starts at the 18. And he takes this one in. He goes the distance on the kick return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Xavier Worthy now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jaguars back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Offense working quickly.
First down. A gain of 12.
Back-to-back carries here. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down.
Let's go now.
They'll go play action. Connects on the crosser. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
First and 10, looking to throw. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
And in he goes for the touchdown. The Jaguars boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Return starts from the 16. He stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7. At the 30.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Rolling left, buying some time.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as the QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Galloping inside the 40. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up first and goal. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second. They closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be second and goal. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. Back to throw now. Dump off caught by his back. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys chop some of the lead off before the half. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys cut into the lead by another point.
56. Cowboys 14.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for the Cowboys.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jaguars returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. Sending him on the dive. Room to work at the 35. Still running. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Jaguars boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
He just keeps scoring and scoring and scoring it. Look at the juice he showed on touchdown number 4. He actually looks like he's getting stronger and faster as this game goes along. Just wow.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars continue adding on to that lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Short kick, just reaching the landing zone. And he pushes them up to the 30 out. The The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the second. And it is enough time to put something together. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
They'll throw to start the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack.
Sack. Bronco 80.
Pass play coming here. Throwing the out route complete. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
The Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. The defense takes its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. They are running away with this one, so probably content to just take this in the locker room. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. And working quickly here.
2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on second. And this one is launched downfield. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And the Jaguars have a first down. Offense in the hurry up here.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw here on first down. In the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up first and goal. A 28-yard pickup there. And now they have a first and goal.
2-yard line.
So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving, one and all. This, the second of our triple-header Thursday. Let's get after it. Our look at the NFL starts now. It begins in the mile-high city of Denver. The Broncos at home to take on the LA Rams. And it's the Denver defense that steps up on this play. They force the fumble, ball's loose, and then the presence of mind to scoop it up, and he wants to score. He will. Touchdown.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Worthy now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10.
Go!
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
Let's go! 18 Cardinals.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's third and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
19 Lions. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready?
They'll air it out on 3rd. Escapes out to the left. He's going for it himself. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
And the Jaguars first down.
Pass play now. Setting up the running back screen. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Has it downfield working the left. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie QB from UCLA.
First down. A gain of 31 yards. First down, Jaguars.
In the red zone on 1st. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready? 19 charge.
Shotgun him in the end zone, incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge...
This is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out at halftime. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Returning it from the 16. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So Coach Brian Schottenheimer sending his Cowboys offense back to the field. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. New set of downs for him from the 31. Trying to throw this from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So 2nd and 6 coming up.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 30.
Throwing off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Deputy! Cougar 19! Go!
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. And and he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Come on.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on 1st down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop it, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Oh, he put everything. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 38 on that one. And the Jaguars have a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To the air now on 1st and 10. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown. The Jaguars can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
On his little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars continue piling on to this lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Return coming from the 14. Escapes a defender. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Cowboys about set to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First and 10 from the 32.
Let's go now.
Airing it out to start this drive. Hits his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Working now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
Here's a throw. Caught by his running back, Jaggoufs. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here's Judkins on 2nd down. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going now on 1st down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Travis Hunter reels in the pick. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. 2nd time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick-6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars tack on 7 more to their lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 14. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And they're really going to have to rebuild any momentum from scratch here, Brock, coming off that pick 6 that just made the hole they're in deeper.
Here we go, set.
Back to the air following that pick 6. The front pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Just 1 quarter standing between these teams and Turkey in this Thanksgiving contest. It's Cowboys football as we're just really counting down the moments at this point. This game's gotten out of hand. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Come on, set. Like.
Back to throw. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
He's going to keep this one. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, he's silent for it.
He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Hits him on the out route. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd down run from Judkins. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Another one for Judkins. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, got a nice little gain on the ground.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. He's dropping back to throw. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Ready? Hawk 7.
Working inside the red zone. play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure in these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down.
Here we go, set.
He's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So as they're trying to throw for this, Brock, they've actually been thrown off here by a couple of great plays defensively.
Yeah, offensively, that can't happen. Defensively, kudos. Offensively, touchdown, check down, throwaway. That's it. Sack cannot be a part of the equation.
Set up. 72.
Here he goes, third and long. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get...
Slow snap, and they're in to block it. They can advance it now, picked up inside the 30.
We could say they picked a great time to block the kick, but let's be honest. Any time is a great time to get through and block one. It really rewards the effort that those special teamers put in each and every time out. It might not always get noticed, but it sure does there. Big time.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Here we go, set. Like, go.
Hand off to the back. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Going to the ground again on first. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
At the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Ready.
Back to the well again.
Another carry.
Great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Jaguars, minutes away from an 11-0 record.
Ready.
Setting up to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. Given 5 on the play, and the Jaguars have a first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
He brushed him off with ease. He has this down to the 34. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The running back gets it on the draw. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Another carry for him. And he's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
Taking down behind the
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's second and 12. They're going to pass it here. Caught near the goal line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's first and goal. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's set up to throw it. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Jaguars continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Little tacks on the extra points. And the Jaguars continue adding on to that lead. This downfield, and away it goes. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Finds the in route complete. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. For the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And as the country celebrates what it is thankful for, Brock, these guys, well, they're thankful for leaving this one with a well-earned win.
Yeah, something is a little different on Thanksgiving. Something special for a lot of these guys. Playing their first Thanksgiving game, even their first holiday game. Something special about being tapped to play on this holiday. And it produced a heck of a win for them. They'll definitely remember.
So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we say so long from Dallas.